What's up, everybody? And today we're talking about this interesting clip that I've been sent probably like 20 times in the past 24 hours. It's a clip from Good Morning Britain, which is a morning show here in Britain, and it's from a World War II veteran, a 100-year-old World War II veteran, which is insane to say out loud. And he makes a very interesting comment that we're going to talk about, we're going to discuss, and we're going to have a good old chinwag about. Before we get started, though, sponsors, as always, check out Chug, 10% off, link down below for the best drinking vessel in the world. This thing is phenomenal. They just released version 3. So here's version 2. Here's version 2. Version 3, as you can see, you can't take the metal part out of version 2 and your hand is a little bit cramped. Version 3, boom, get a full fist in there and you can take the metal part out and put it in your dishwasher so you can protect your wood. Sustainable materials made here in the UK by a small business. Support small businesses. You get free customization and a free bag. 10% off, link down below. I cannot recommend it enough. It is absolutely phenomenal bit of kit. I've got loads of them. I got this one. I got another one around here. Can I get it? I got this one. They're absolutely sick. You should totally check them out. Also, I'm going to talk about Morale, my new business that I've been working on for nearly 2 years now. And I think what I'm about to say is more prevalent now while watching this clip than ever before. Obviously, okay, the basic part is I made an energy drink, right? It's a healthy energy drink utilizing functional mushrooms. I put so much work into this to make sure it tastes good. It's made here in the UK, veteran owned because it's owned by me. And the idea is a mushroom-based drink and a nature-based community. We're really, really pushing to get people outside. When we watch videos like this that we're about to watch, I think what's really important, especially on a day like Remembrance Sunday, is to go for a walk around the British countryside. Go for a walk. I have a beautiful video that I made. It's probably the best work I've ever done here on YouTube. Over on the Drink Morale YouTube channel. I'll leave a link down below to the video. There'll be a card somewhere. And I will also, this video will be in collaboration with Drink Morale. So you can go over to that other YouTube video. I went on a hike around a certain trail that J.R.R. Tolkien used to hike. And he got his inspiration for the Shire from. It's a beautiful video. I put a lot of work into it. I think what's really important on a day like today, Remembrance Sunday, is to go and hike and look at the environment, look at this beautiful country that we're able to freely walk around because of the people who sacrificed their lives for us. Okay? It's a beautiful way to remember those who have gone before us, those who made the ultimate sacrifice. Get out in the countryside. Morale is available. You can go over to the Instagram. You can buy yourself a pack of Morale. And you can go over to the Instagram and check out some reels and stuff. I do vlogs and podcasts for Drink Morale. It's very exciting. All right, let's watch this clip. Basically what I've done is, let me pull it up real quick. I've gone to the specific, this video is like 8 minutes long of an interview. I'm not going to watch the whole thing because Good Morning Britain will probably copyright me. So I've gone specifically to the part that everyone's talking about. All right, let's watch it.
My message is, I can see in my mind's eye those rows and rows of white stones of all the hundreds of my friends and everybody else that gave their lives for what? The country of today. No, I'm sorry. The sacrifice wasn't worth the result that it is now.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
What do you mean by that?
That alone, he's obviously he's 100-year-old, so it's hard to tell the emotions of someone at that age. Is he just struggling to talk because he's 100, or is he legitimately emotional because of it? I think it's probably a bit of both. Let's see what else he says here after it.
Though,
what we fought for, and what we fought for was our freedom. We find that even now it's darn sight worse than what it was when I fought for it.
Oh, Alec, I'm sorry you feel like that, because I want you to know that all the generations that have come since, including me and my children, are so grateful for your bravery and all that for service personnel.
Ugh. It literally, like, puts a lump in your throat, doesn't it? This individual has literally had his friends make the ultimate sacrifice during World War II with him alongside him. And then he looks at the country today and he's like, I don't think it was worth the sacrifice. I never get into politics on this channel, ever. It's just not what I do. I can't. It annoys, politics annoys me. Mostly because people on the left and people on the right all kind of like are fighting for their team. And to me, I look at every politician and I just think, none of them really care. They just care about themselves. I never believe anything any politician ever says. Any of them, unfortunately. And you might take that as a bit of, I don't know what you can take it as, but I feel like it's very, very rare that you get a politician that ever really wants to, it feels like they just don't really truly want to help, right? Or maybe they do, and maybe it's just my misjudgment on certain people, but that's the way it feels. And so I don't really care about talking about politics. But what I do care about is the country. And I've got 2 kids. I've got 2 kids that are going to grow up in this country. And right now, I was on a live stream the other day and I was talking about my grandma and granddad. My granddad passed away a few months back. And we were talking about the standard of living then compared to now. My granddad and my grandma, raising 3 girls, my mum and my 2 aunts, were able to afford a house in Manchester with a beautiful garden for £4,000. And they were able to afford that with only my granddad working, and he was a milkman. That's it. That's it. And yet, people who have both the mums and dads working full-time as hard as they can, still struggling to buy a house. The economy has just gone to crap, hasn't it? The NHS is on its knees. Do you know what? One of the big things for me, I left the UK in 2015. I moved to America and I lived in America for 9 years, okay? Moved back, end of 2023, start of 2024, okay? And when I moved back to the UK, my intentions were coming back because my perception was the UK was the same as when I left. I visited the UK 3-4 times the whole time I was in America. And so my perception was, I'm just going to go home. It's going to be just like it was when I left. But it's not. It's not. You walk around some of the towns and they are just like a wasteland, aren't they? It's honestly, you walk around some of the high streets of some towns, it is honestly like some sort of apocalypse. People are miserable. People are so angry at the system. They are fighting between each other. Meanwhile, rich people are running off laughing with all their money. No one can afford a house. I remember going to the local hospital because Juniper, my baby girl, was really struggling. And I went into the emergency room, right? And they're like, yeah, you'll have to see the out of hours GP. And it was like midnight. So all right, okay, it's out of hours, right? It's an out of hours GP. We'll go in there. They were like, yeah, we'll see you at 7 a.m. You're going to have to wait until 7 a.m. With my 5-year-old, she was 4-year-old girl at the time. I'm like, isn't it supposed to be out of hours GP? Why am I waiting until regular hours to see the GP? It's supposed to be out of hours. They said, yeah, we haven't got the staff. And then I'm seeing videos of like doctors being laid off because we can't afford it. And then I drive down the road and the roads are just crumbling. And yet I'm paying more for road tax. And I'm getting less of a service. Even something as simple as me bins. I know this is really simple, right? I pay more now in tax, and yet they've turned around and said, we're not taking the garden waste bins anymore. You've got to pay extra for that. But I like, what do you mean pay extra? Like, I'm already paying for it. What do you mean I need to pay for that? That's what my tax is for. The roads are to shit. The NHS is to shit. No wonder this individual is... I've only experienced being away for 9 years and seeing the difference. This individual has seen this country through the eyes of 100 years. 100 years. And yet, he's turning around and saying post-World War II was a better country than it is now. And I believe it. The mental health crisis is through the roof. People are unfortunately doing self-harm every single day. We have got a horrific crisis of young men taking their lives because of depression, not feeling like they can do anything. The job market is atrocious. The housing market is horrendous. People are miserable as well. Like, as soon as one person starts doing well for themselves, it's almost as like everyone wants your friend to do well, right? Everyone wants someone to do well. But the moment they start doing better than you, everyone's like, gets snidey and brings you back down to their level. I came back to this country expecting it to be like it was when I left, and it feels like a shadow of its former self. And it's such a shame, because it's such a beautiful country. Like I said, I went on that walk, the Tolkien Trail, and it's such a beautiful country. It really is. The Highlands of Scotland are just unreal. The rolling hills of Wales are beautiful. The Peak District, going to Ludge Church and Thor's Cave, and all these beautiful... Cornwall is stunning. It's remarkable, and yes, it's got its issues, but for some reason, it's been dragged down, and it breaks me heart. It really does. Now, listen, I am quite an optimistic person. I believe that we can bring it back. I believe that the UK can come back to being a healthy, vibrant, and thriving place. I really do. But I think if you're watching this and you're a parent, I think it starts with us nurturing our kids in a way that leads them to want to make the place a better place. It's as simple as that. And this is a completely different rant, but I think, and I did a whole podcast on this on my Drink Morale YouTube channel. I did a whole podcast about this. I think it starts with we need to take kids away from technology and get them outside more. Let them connect with each other and connect with the country and nature outside of screens. And they'll see this place is actually beautiful and it's worth fighting for. They'll see that this place and the people around you have good intentions. They have good intentions. And instead of scrolling and getting angry because you're seeing people come over in boats and you're seeing the NHS on its knees, and these are all real things. These are all things that you're seeing people getting arrested for what they say online, and you're seeing all this really negative stuff all the time. All this really negative stuff. But have you seen the crowds at the Cenotaph on a Remembrance Sunday? Have you seen people on a walk on a Sunday with their dogs and their kids? Have you gone to the stone circles? Have you taken some steps outside and taken a deep breath? Did you go trick-or-treating with your kids? It was beautiful. Did you go to the local bonfire and talk to people? This country is worth fighting for. Whether that be protecting it, whether that be through change of policy, I don't know. I'm not an expert on this stuff. Everyone online these days, everybody has to have an opinion. And if you don't know the answer to the opinion you have, you're wrong. You're on the bad side. The truth is, I know that we can turn this around. I don't know how, because I'm not paid enough to know that stuff, because I'm not smart enough to know how we can turn it around. I don't know how we bring the NHS back. I don't know how we stop all this political fighting. I don't. But what I do know is, as a collective of people in this country, we can figure it out, because we've gone through worse in this country. Believe me, this individual's seen it. He has seen it with his own eyes. I don't know whether I want to keep ranting. This place is good. Listen, the police are not there to arrest you because you've said something bad. The police are just people like me and you, trying to do good things. Someone who has a completely different political ideology than you probably has something in common with you that you can both talk about and get along with. And before you know it, you might be able to see their perspective on things and have a bit more of an understanding. We need to stop this, constant barrage of hate. And it's perpetuated because of the internet. That's the truth. you get fed with the algorithm content that feeds these thoughts and these negative feedback loops that sets you down this dark tunnel. Switch it off. Get outside. Go to your local pub and watch your local football team on TV, or do something that makes you interact with people outside, people who you don't expect to talk to. And before you know it, you'll be like, oh, that's pretty decent lad, that was. Pretty decent person. And what you'll realize is the perception you have of this country through the lens of the online media is not the true reality. I'm not saying that we don't have problems. I'm not saying that there are boats coming over with millions of people, whatever. Stuff like that is probably happening. I'm not saying that the NHS isn't on its knees, because it is, and it does need change. But what I'm saying is, this country is worth fighting for. This individual has seen a country where everyone bands together and works together and realizes, you know what? I don't really know that guy down the street, but I guarantee he's probably a decent bloke. And if a war starts, I'm going to fight for the people on this street. Do you know what I mean? Nine out of 10 people these days, young lads, if you were like, would you fight for this country? Be like, no. And I get it. Because you just fed hate. This poor man lived 100 years. Saw the rise and fall of a war, a world war. He saw a country band together post-war. And then he sees the country today. And he doesn't like it. Could it be nostalgia for a place that he felt like was better? Is it, or was it truly more simple? I believe technology makes things more complicated. I'm a bit of a Tolkienist, where I think that the industrialization and the technology makes people more sad, but that's a different type of philosophy that we can get talking about maybe on the drink morale thing. Let's see if he says anything at the end of this.
And it was when I fought for it.
Oh, Alec, I'm sorry you feel like that, because I want you to know that all the generations that have come since, including me and my children, are so grateful for your bravery and all that for service personnel. And it's our job now, isn't it, to make it the country that you fought for. You absolutely
exactly.
It's up to us. It's up to us, our generation. Look, if you're watching this right now and you're able to get outside and talk and bond and build community, it's up to us. We have this habit, or I feel like our generation, or generations, because there's multiple of us, not just millennials, but it's all the other generations around us, where we almost want someone else to do the work. That's not going to happen.
That is it.
And we will do. We want to...
I'm so wonderful to know there are people like you that can spread the word around.
We will do.
Younger generation.
And I guarantee that everybody watching at home will be wanting you to send lots of love. We've got another little bit special thing for you, Alec. We've got the D-Day darlings here. Come on over, guys.
The D-Day darlings.
You've got a little special present for him.
Ooh.
Come and give it if you can, to thank you for all your many brave years of service and others like you.
This is our album, Alec, and I know you love a lot of the songs on there. And this is the least we can do. This is such a small thing, but, you know, we love you so much, Alec.
And it's all signed for you there as
These
well.
young ladies are like my own daughters. They're wonderful. Wonderful.
Good.
Hard to watch, isn't it? It's hard to watch. We'll end it there. Just get outside, guys, and just realize, just stop doom scrolling, stop seeing all the hateful stuff online. Get outside and realize that this is a beautiful place, and it is worth, it is worth building community. It would be so easy for me to pick my two beautiful kids up and move back to America and be like, you know what, the UK, it's just not worth it. It's a dying place. I'm going to leave. Like all the other people who move to Dubai and places like that, and they think, oh, I'm just going to leave. No. Build community. Put your roots down. Talk to your neighbours. Just be kind and get outside. Because if we start doing that and we start directing our children in a way of true connection, we can build this country back to a beautiful place again. It's going to take time, but we can do it. I'm going to end it there. Rant over. Let me know what you think. I'd love to have this as a discussion in the comments. I'm sure it's the internet, so I'm sure people will get political in the comments. But I'm going to stay positive. I believe that we can bring this back to a beautiful country that it was. I don't believe that the current systems work, and I'm not saying that it's Labour or Reform that are going to fix it, or any of these other people, because I don't think any of them truly care about us. I think what makes changes is the individuals that live on the street with you, that you see in Tesco's, that you see down at your local pub, that you meet when you're going watching the footy. It's them interactions and them connections that make the big difference. Until next time, I love you all. Goodbye.